चक दे इंडिया, चक दे इंडिया. Man, I am very happy. Australia huffed and puffed their way to the finals, and they will be meeting the India in the final of the 2023 Cricket World Cup. And you would know which team I'm going to pick between these two to win the World Cup, right? So the sequence was 81 followed by 86, and which will be followed by 87. So 81 because the planet Uranus was extremely powerful, and even Neptune came into 0 degrees, which is like, wow. Pluto was also in 27 degrees. That's a fantastic placement of Dhoni. Followed by 86, okay, wherein you have Neptune in a very strong position. Uranus is in a deep exaltation. Planet X is in a very powerful position. So you always had, in every sports, the greatest achievers will come in 81 followed by 86. So 81 born Federer, followed by 86 born Rafael Nadal. And then if you're going to look at football, it was 81 born Iker Casillas, followed by an 86 born France captain Hugo Lloris. And in cricket, it was 81 born MS Dhoni, followed by Ian Morgan of England. So now, what is the next story? The next story goes into the next patch, which is the 1987. Always a 1986 born captain will be succeeded by a 1987 born captain. This has been the history. And so if you're going to look at it, in football you had, in tennis you had Djokovic, beating all the records of Rafael Nadal, or even succeeding Rafael Nadal. And then if you're going to talk about tennis, if you're going to talk about football, my goodness, it was like the beautiful Messi story. Okay, how beautiful it was. Everyone criticized him. Everyone said that, he only plays for his clubs. He only gets all the medals, the Ballon d'Ors and everything only for his club. But he doesn't do anything for his country, Argentina. But consecutively, he won once the Copa America and then followed it immediately with the World Cup. The biggest glory that a footballer can achieve was achieved by Leo Messi, and that established him as the greatest ever in football. The question doesn't arise as to now who is the greatest. Okay. Now, if you're going to look at that equivalent, the cricket equivalent, then it has to be followed by 86, has to be followed by 87, and there is nobody in the final. There is only one captain, and that is the hitman. The hitman, Rohit Sharma himself, born in 1997 with extraordinary set of planets. And he is yet to write his chapter in history, because he has won 5 major tournaments for Mumbai Indians, IPL, okay, but then he couldn't do anything for his country. He won an Asia Cup, and then now he is going to follow it up with the biggest achievement of his life and career, the biggest status. It will catapult him into the league of who? We're talking about Kapil Dev and MSD, and then we have our hitman, Rohit Sharma. Wow! A legend in the making, a history in the making, a beautiful story in the making. Starting from Gill. Gill is born in 1997, not 1999. He is a perfect grey lizard. Grey lizards are the ones who will fight against the greatest odds and win. Then it is followed by 86 born the king, Virat Kohli. I mean, my goodness. I mean, of course, the captain comes first, and then Virat Kohli, the great legendary. I mean, he has been a part of a World Cup win already, but then he will be part of another World Cup win. So there is a huge karmic quota which is still left in him. And then you look at KL Rahul, you look at Iyer, my goodness, and then you look at this entire bowling team, starting with Shami and Jadeja, and yes, this is a beautiful team. There is no question about it. Every playing 11 member has extraordinary horoscopes. Like we are looking at a Bumrah born in 1993. I mean, it's like every planet is in the strongest position. The deepest exaltation will make them the biggest legends of their lifetime. Okay. Now, so we're talking about the natural progression of years with the best planetary positions is happening after 86 to 87. Okay, now that is one reason. So, which means 1993 born captain Pat Cummins cannot win a World Cup because he has to wait for another 4 years, because it has to be after 87, it has to be 89, 86, it has to be 87. Okay, if at all there was a possibility of a 1990 born captain winning a World Cup, and we don't have a 1990 born captain in the final, so which means that there's only one team that can win, and that is India. Okay, and now there is another reason why Australia cannot win, because Australia, exactly the same Australia under Pat Cummins, okay, they had the same set of team. Everyone, I mean, like from Mark, from Travis Head to Labuschagne to Stephen Smith, I mean, everyone was there in the recent World Test Championship, which they won against India. Now, the same coach, McDonald, was there. So they bet India with exactly the same team. And they only recently won a ICC tournament. So with exactly the same set of planets, I mean almost the same set of planets, you cannot win another ICC tournament. And also, mind you, this is a bigger ICC tournament. Always a larger ICC tournament, a bigger. Because why? Because Test Championship comes every 2 years. But a World Cup comes only once in 4 years. Once in 4 years coming events will always go in a logical sequence. There can be a back and forth in the smaller events, but in the larger events, there will always be a logical progression. So 1986, 87, it cannot be 1993, no ways, not possible. And because also, India lost against Australia, the same team, with the same coach in the 2022 World Test Championship. Finally, in the end, I would say we have the best coach in the entire tournament. Alan McDonald is 1981 born, and he is quite younger. But then if you look at Rahul Dravid, he is born in the exact year, the 1973, with Uranus in exaltation, Pluto in exaltation, Grey Lizard, and Planet X, and I mean Saturn, and so many bodies in so beautifully placed positions that he has to have the biggest glory of his career. I mean, he's been a great cricketer, but then he has to be a greater coach, and that will also complete one of my predictions in my book, 91 Predictions. Okay, so everything is coming together to ensure that India is going to win the 2023 Cricket World Cup, and that is the reason I will be in the stadium. Yes, any one of you, if you want to be there in the stadium, I'm going to meet you, I'm going to dance with you, I'm going to be jumping in joy, in jubilation, and enjoy with all the other 1 lakh plus people in the stadium, and you also will dance with me wherever you are. So, go India, go!